Today we are going to work on the baby blossom blocks, and I'm going to show you how to make this square. It's a very easy flower square. The first thing we're going to do is start with a magic ring, and I like to put 2 loops inside my magic ring. Inside that magic ring, I will start with a standing double crochet, then I will add a second double crochet, and then chain 1. We're going to do a total of 8 groups of 2 double crochets in each group, and between each one we will have a chain of 1. This will be the very center part of our flower. Once you've completed all 8 groupings of 2 stitches, you'll join with a slip stitch to the very beginning and then snip off as we are done with the white color. At this point, we will go ahead and close our magic ring, tightening up the center loop, and we will prepare ourselves to start round 2. For round 2, we're going to start with a new color. This will be the color of our petals, and we're going to start with a slip stitch into the first space. Next, we will chain 2, and this will be the first stitch of our petal. Into the space, we will then add 3 double crochets. After the 3 double crochets, we will then chain 2. This will be the finishing stitch of our petal. Join with a slip stitch into the same stitch as all of the double crochets. This completes our first petal. We are now ready to start our second petal. The first thing that we will do is put a slip stitch into the next space. So we skip 2 stitches, and now we do a slip stitch, and then we will chain 2. Now into that same space, we'll repeat the same petal pattern. 3 double crochets followed by a chain of 2, and then that chain of 2 we will slip stitch into the same opening. We have now completed the second petal. Now we're ready to move to the third petal. We're going to continue to repeat the same slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the space, and now again we're going to chain 2, and we're going to secure that chain by doing a slip stitch into the same space to complete our third petal. We will continue working in this fashion all the way around the square, and we will end up with a total of 8 petals. Each one will begin with a chain of 2, 3 double crochets, again a chain of 2, and then that chain of 2 will be secured into the space with a slip stitch. We are now ready to complete our final petal. After you've chained the last two and secured it with a slip stitch, we're going to go ahead then and do a slip stitch into the very first stitch that we started. This will complete the pattern for the pink petals. Now once we finish the slip stitch, we're not done with the pink color. What we're going to be doing is adding some chains that will go around the back. And so at this point, you do not want to snip off, but just leave your pink connected. We will be using the pink yarn in round 3 as well. We are now ready to begin round 3. We're going to start with a chain of 3. And then I'm going to turn the work, and I'm actually going to work from the back of the square. So I'm going to go into the next space where I did the slip stitch from the back, push my work hook through the work, and draw up a loop. And then I'm going to slip stitch, and basically my goal here is to attach the chain to the work so that it's not floating loosely. So then again, I will chain 3, look for the next space, do a slip stitch, and again attach that chain to the work. And I will continue making these chains, attaching them in between each petal so that they are secured to the square. At the end of this round, I will end up with a total of 8 spaces at the back of the work where I will be able to attach the white yarn and create a border. So I'm coming up here on the last stitch. I go ahead and slip stitch, and then I'm going to go ahead and snip off my yarn. At this point, we are done with the pink, and so we're going to go ahead and use a darning needle and weave in all of our ends and kind of clean up this project. Now we can see we have 8 loops in the back of our work, and we're going to use those loops that we've created to secure the white yarn to actually turn this into a square. This is actually easier to turn into a square than you might imagine because we actually created the foundation. Because of that foundation structure that we created, we can now add stitch markers and identify the corners of our project. So into the first space, we add a stitch marker. Then we'll skip a space, into the next space, add a stitch marker. Again, we're going to skip a space and then add another stitch marker. We'll end up with a total of 4 stitch markers, and these will identify the 4 corners of our project. The spaces in between will be the sides of the square. Once we have clearly marked the corners, we will then turn our work, and we're going to start again with our white yarn. We begin with a slip stitch. I'm going to start with a standing double crochet into the first space. I push the petal forward and I look for the stitch marker and remove it. Now I start with a standing double crochet. If you do not know how to make a standing double crochet, you could always do a chain of 3. That would work fine as well. This is the corner space, and into the corner space we need a total of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. After we have completed the corner, we will push the next petal forward, and that will be our next chain that we work into. The side of the square gets 3 double crochets. After we finish the 3 double crochets on the side, again we look for the next stitch marker. That will be our next corner. Into the corner is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And so we will repeat this all the way around until we have finished all the sides of the square, and they'll all be the same. So we have now finished our second corner, and you can see the square is looking more like a square. Put the next petal down into the chain. This will be the side, so 3 double crochets. After we finish the side, then we'll move to the next group which is the stitch marker. Remove the stitch marker, that identifies your corner, and again 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. After we have finished the 4 sides and the corners, we will join with a slip stitch into the very first stitch. If we look on the back, we can see it's a really nice looking square. And as we reference our sample piece, you can see again we had 3 double crochets, chain 2 in each corner. And then along the side, all we're going to do is a double crochet into the top of each stitches. So we're going to start with a chain of 3 that will count as our first double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets for a total of 3, and then we will chain 2, and now into the corner again with 3 double crochets. This will complete our corner, and now we can start working on the sides. So again, into the sides, we're just going to place a double crochet into the top of each of the stitches. Very easy round. Again, when we get to the corner, we will repeat 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. We will repeat this on all sides until the square is completed. Once we reach the end of the round, we will go ahead and join with a slip stitch into the top of the square, and then slip stitch all the way into the corner. So you can see we have a nice square now with our dimensional flower, but what I like to do is I like to come back and add a row of single crochets all the way around the edge of the square. The other option would be to add an additional round where you can see this pink example. I've added another row on top of the white row of the pink, and that adds some dimension to it as well. So it's really your call at this point. But I like to do a round of single crochet all the way and just kind of add a little stability to the edge of the square. In the corners, I like to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. As we come up on the end of the round, I go ahead and join with the slip stitch to the very corner. I snip off, and this completes the square. Now, like I said, you could do an optional color round as well as you like. It's really your call. Once I get all of the squares completed, I will then sew them together to make a baby blanket. Thanks for watching and happy crocheting!